Like I was saying, folks, if you're going to have CM Punk win the Rumble in main event against the champion, or even if you decide we'll give him a choice between the championship and the streak, then you have that Royal Rumble winner, no matter who it is, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, doesn't matter. You have them in the last match of Mania, and you push their ass to the moon. If it's going to be Roman Reigns, you push his ass to the moon. If it's going to be Dean Ambrose, same thing. Seth Rollins, same thing. Sami Zayn, same thing. Xavier Woods, same thing. You do it. Because you know that if you do what's right for your company, and you do what you know is going to really regain that viewership, really regain that buy rate, really regain those ratings, and bring back those fans, bring in new fans, then you do what's right. Whether you like it or not, you have to need, you do. WWE, you do need, everybody here knows this. WWE does need to start signing some of the best independent talent there is. Whether they like it or not. Even if that independent talent is small or not. They need to start signing that talent now. They need to put them into the Performance Center. They need to put them into NXT. They need to start signing them now so that way they know. So that way they will be ready. They need to do that, folks. You know it. I know it. You want to elevate you want to change things up, you want to get fans behind you, then you do what's right, folks. If they want to get fans behind them, then they have to do what's right. Everything I mentioned in the first video is pretty much fact. So, WWE, they need to wake up. They need to realize that whatever they're trying to do right now, it's not working. Yeah, you can go and say, we're going to do Randy Orton and John Cena title for title at TLC, in a TLC match, possibly a unification match. And, you know, you could pretty much say that's going to gain some attention. That's going to gain you viewership and all that, gain you your ratings back, gain you your buy rates back. But guess what? Even as a big time match as it is, and believe me, it is. People have seen Cena and Orton time and time again. As a matter of fact, there was one picture on Facebook that pretty much indicates this whole rivalry goes back to OVW. So we've seen it, fans have seen it constantly for 11 years. And the thing is, WWE needs to realize, this is not 2005, this is not 2004, this is not 2003, this is 2013. In the past 10 years, things have changed to the point that pretty much, like I said in the first video, and I will say it again here in part 2, a lot of what they think worked before and is going to work again is backfiring in their faces. No matter how much they try to change things up to try to get ahead of the internet, try to get ahead of the IWC and the YWC and the FWC. In the end, folks, it starts to backfire in their face. It starts kicking them. It starts backfiring in their face, and it starts kicking them in their ass. I mean, if you want to bring in the American Wolves as a tag team, don't bring them in under the Pitbull name. Don't give them different names. That's one thing WWE needs to stop doing too, because that's also causing fans to be disinterested in their product, to leave the product. Because you're bringing in some of the best independent talent there is. Whether it's straight off the independents, whether it's an independent name that's kind of been known for its time in CZW, or Ring of Honor, or Dragon Gate, or Evolve, or Chikara, or Extreme Rising, or TNA. You know, whether it's a name that's been known like that, what they need to do is stop bringing, what they need to do is they need to stop signing, well, they do need to sign them, but they need to stop bringing them in under different names. They need to let them be themselves. They need to let them be themselves. Alright? You need to stop doing that. You need to stop bringing in someone like Pac and giving him a name like Adrian Neville. Let him be Pac. It'll get people watching your product. Don't bring in the American Wolves and give them a different name by the American Pit Bulls and say, oh, this is their new names. No, let them be the American Wolves. Let them be Eddie Edwards. Let them be Davey Richards. You know, don't bring in Sam Zaney, El Generico, and say, okay, he's going to be Sam Zaney. No, let him be El Generico. The point is, if you're going to bring these talents in, let them be who they were known to be. Let them be who they were before. Because not only will that get people more attention on them, but it'll get more attention for your product. Because now they'll be known for being associated with your company. They need to realize that. They need to do that. But they're not. Now I can understand them doing the performance center and that sort of being like a training grounds, a power plant, if you will. And that's good and all. I'm happy for that. But the thing is, whether you want to admit it or not, that performance center, it's a good thing. It is going to help the future of the company. But that performance center, you know, a lot of the people like myself, regular people that will walk in there and say, hey, I want to be a wrestler, I want to train, I want to be part of your product. Not a lot of them are going to survive. Not a lot of them are going to want to continue doing it. That's why as good as the performance center is, and keep it, because it not only helps train people literally off the streets to be wrestlers, that want to be wrestlers and divas. Not only does it help train them, but it helps those that you do sign to get better. I will admit it does do that. But, again, if you're going to sign these talents, you need to let them be themselves. The Wyatt family deal, hey, I'm happy it's a success. I'm happy fans are glad to see it being a success. But guess what? You don't need to, okay. Husky Harris, I can understand changing him to Bray Wyatt. I get that. You know, Eric Rowan, I can understand, his name being changed to what it is. Well, Luke Harper, there's a lot of IWCers who know who Luke Harper is. They know he's Brody Lee. Let him be Brody Lee. And it'll get people watching your product. Believe me, it will get people watching your product. You know why? Because people, again, just like with El Generico, just like with AJ Styles, well, not AJ Styles, but like El Generico, Sam Zaney, like the American Pit Bulls, the American Wolves, if you will, people will know who they are. People will watch your product more because they will now know that those people are with your company. Kevin Steen, if you ever sign him, don't change his name. Let him be Kevin Steen. Let him be who you see in Ring of Honor. Okay? If you're going to sign Adam Cole, don't change Adam Cole's name. If you're going to sign Jay Lethal, don't change Jay Lethal's name. Let them be themselves. Let them be themselves, okay? You're going to sign Mike Bennett? Let Mike Bennett be Mike Bennett. Let these people be who they are on the independents. Okay? Let them be who they are. Let's say someday you decide to sign, who's out there? Jesse Sorensen. Let Jesse Sorensen be Jesse Sorensen. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is let these people be who they are. Alright? If you want to sign, let's say, Truth Martini on as a manager and performer, don't change his name. Let him be Truth Martini. It's kind of like with Dean Ambrose. Yeah, they acknowledge Dean Ambrose has had a history in Philadelphia. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, they acknowledge that. But here's the thing. As much as they acknowledged it, Imagine how much more publicity your company would have gotten if you would have let Dean Ambrose come in as John Moxley. How much publicity you would have if you let Seth Rollins come in as Tyler Black. You see what I'm saying? The thing is, I understand why WWE changes the names of people and changes who they are, character-wise. I get that. It's so they can have the rights. I get it. But sometimes letting people be who they were on the independents helps not only them, but it helps you. And that's what WWE needs to do. These, again, are some of the things that WWE needs to start planning out more correctly. But again, it still begs the question, what is WWE trying to do? I've mentioned what they need to do and what they failed to do, but the thing is, what are they trying to do? Let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry this was in two parts, but let me know what you guys think. What do you think they're trying to do? And what do you think they need to do? Do you agree with anything I said here? Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to you all later.